Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we'll talk about OFDM systems. So this is lecture number 28, week number 12. So we discussed before the multi-carrier modulation schemes that the composite MCM transmit signal can simply be generated by employing IFFT operation. So what this scheme offers that the proposed scheme of generating the MCM transmit signal has much lower implementation complexity compared to using the bank of T modulators at the transmitter side of the MCM transmitter and bank of T modulators at the receiver side of the MCM transmitter. So if you replace those bank of modulators with simple operations which are very less complex called IFFT and FFT at the transmitter and receiver respectively, so this system is called the orthogonal frequency division multiplex system. So at the receiver side, to recover the information system in OFDM, we could similarly use the FFT operation instead of IFFT operations. So bear in mind this FFT operation is basically fast algorithm for implementing DFT, and IFFT is fast algorithm of implementing IDFT, which we discussed in the previous lecture on multi-carrier modulation. So let's now look at the transmitter of an OFDM system compared to the transmitter of the multi-carrier modulation systems. So we have symbols, and those symbols, they are basically coming in serial, so we will convert it into parallel by a demultiplexer. So we have now symbols ranging from x0 to xn, number of symbols, where n is also equal to the number of subcarriers. So we have an IFFT a block here, which is basically a block of information processing implementing IDFT. So it's a fast algorithm of implementing IDFT. So the output would be again the symbols. These symbols would be again converted to serial, and this output would be actually giving the samples of the symbols that are being transmitted at a rate b. So this thing is transmitted over the channel. Similarly, the OFDM receiver, we receive the signals from the channel, we convert it into parallel or demultiplex it, and then we apply the DFT block, which is FFT block here, and the output is again converted from parallel to serial to get the original symbols x0 in series format x1 and x2. So this FFT block is basically behaving as a demodulator, or it is basically detecting the symbol on each subcarrier. So this block is basically replacing the block of the multi-carrier modulation scheme that we discussed in the previous lectures. So it replaces the bank of T modulators. Now we'll talk about cyclic prefix. Now we know that the transmitted consecutive block of symbols is given by this. This is the current block of symbols ranging from x0, x1, x2 to xn minus 1, and this is a previous block of symbols x0, xn minus 2 to xn minus 1. So if we have a channel which is frequency selective channel, that can be modeled as multiple tap channel in which we have h0, h1 to hl minus 1. L represents the total number of taps. So this is a multiple tap channel. So how does this affect the received symbol? It affects in such a manner. It has memory. So yn would be equal to h0 into xn plus h1 into xn minus 1, the previous symbol, and h2 to x minus 2 and hl minus 1 to xn minus l plus 1. So the first symbol received corresponding to the current OFDM symbol block is given by, after passing it through the frequency selective channel, would be given by y0 is equal to h0 and x0 plus h1 into x tilde xn minus 1, which is the previous symbol of the previous block, and h2 would be x dash x tilde into n minus 2 plus hl minus 1 into x tilde n minus 1 plus l. This whole thing after this x0 is basically inter-block interference. This block, which is the previous block, is basically interfering with the current symbol x0 that you have to detect out of y0. So the y0 contains the current symbol multiplied with the channel tap and multiplication of channel taps with the previous symbols of the previous block. So this length L block from previous symbol block is causing basically interference into the current symbol. Similarly, YL or y1, the second symbol to be detected would be equal to h0 into x1 plus h1 into x0 plus h2 into the previous block, ISI from the previous to this block. So this is the current block and this is the previous block. So two consecutive OFDM symbols are given by this. This is the samples of the FFT and this is samples of the current symbol. This is the sample of the previous symbol. So transmit samples of the OFDM symbol 1. These are being transmitted and this transmit samples OFDM symbol 2. So we need to block this interblock interference, which is given by this equation here and here. So with cyclic prefix, what we do is basically we append last L samples. These are basically the tails of the samples of the symbol blocks in front of the current block as follows. So if we have the current block, we take the last L samples from here and copy it here to the prefix of the current block. We take these samples and put it here, ranging from xn minus L to xn plus 1. So this is the prefix of L samples from the tail. So this is the prefix, is the current sample. So now if you take the receive signal y0, which goes through a frequency selective channels, what you get is y0 is equal to x0 plus h0 plus h1 into xn minus 1 plus h2 into xn minus 2 until hl minus 1 to xn minus l plus 1. So y1 would be given by h0 into x1 plus h1 into x0 plus h2 into xn minus 1 until here. So at n is equal to 0, you take these lines and plot the tabs here. For n is equal to 0, at time instant 0 we have this, and for time instant 1 we have this. So what we see here, that this h1 goes here, okay, and then if we have n is equal to 2, this h2 would go here. So the OFDM signal basically converts it into a convolution between h and x. So this is called circular convolution. So addition of CP has resulted in a circular convolution at the output of the OFDM symbol. So y vector would be equal to h vector circularly convolved with x vector. This is the transmitted OFDM samples. So in frequency domain, if the FFT at receiver would be given by yk is equal to simply the multiplication of hk with x of k. So received samples are given here. This is the multiple tab channels which models the inter-symbol interference channel convolved with the n samples of the current OFDM symbol generated after OFFT operation. So yk would be equal to hk into xk. So this would be kth DFT coefficient and this would be kth DFT coefficient of the OFDM received signal. So the kth DFT coefficient of n point FFT is given by this. We need to add zeros here to make the length equal. So we need to append n minus L zeros here to make dimensions equal to dimensions of xk. This is called zero padding. So after zero padding, what we have, to take the symbols x0 to xn minus 1, take FFT, and we get this, we take FFT, we get this. So what we have, this x0 is simply equal to x0, at x time instant 1 would be equal to x1, at time instant xn minus 1 would be equal to x subscript n minus 1. So symbol on kth subcarrier would be equal to each subcarrier is experiencing flat fading. This is the channel coefficient and the symbol on kth subcarrier is given by this. So in frequency domain, there is no inter-symbol interference. What we have done, that we have converted the time domain inter-symbol interference channel by adding CP into a channel which does not have interference in the frequency domain, as it is a simple multiplication. In time domain, we have circular convolution. It shows inter-symbol interference, but in frequency domain, because if you take the Fourier transform or the FFT of the convolution, it would be a simple multiplication in the time domain, in the frequency domain. So we have converted, OFDM has converted the frequency selected channels into n flat fading channels. So x0 is being multiplied simple h0, we get y0, x1 is multiplied with h1, we get y1, and simply xn minus 1 is multiplied with hn minus 1, we get yn minus 1. So OFDM has converted frequency selective channel into n-flat filling channel. So the most important point was here that we have now convolved in a circular fashion. These are the samples of your signals. These are multiplied with h0 and at time instant 0 as n is equal to 0 as shown here, and x1 is only multiplied with h of 0 as shown here, and xn minus 3 is multiplied with h3 and h4. Similarly, xn minus 2 is multiplied with h2 and h3, and xn minus 1 is multiplied with h1 and h2 at different time symbols. So this operation is basically, the operation shown here and here is basically a circular convolution between h and x. So this forms the basis of the circular convolution and addition, and this happened because we added this part of the prefix, otherwise we would have got these results with intersymbol interference. So this is because of this CP of length L minus 1 or L samples that has become, and that has basically converted a channel to circular convolution. And if we take the FFT of the circular convolution, we get a channel in frequency domain yk is equal to hk into xk, which basically is simple multiplication. So that has basically converted a channel to a parallel channel in frequency domain, and it has basically nullified the intersymbol interference and converted the frequency selective channels into n-flat filling channels.